Hello beautiful people, thank you for tuning in. I'm Akira. In this back training video, I'm going to show you some tips that I do for bulking. This is part of my back routine. First thing you need to do, after you warm up your shoulder cuffs, and you've warmed up your back enough, go ahead and jump into your working sets. I like to start with a wide grip pull-ups. I start with this part here. Grab the bar as far out as I can. It helps me feel like I stretch farther. Makes my back stretch farther apart. And when you do this one, I pull it as far, as close as I can to my chest. So here we go. Deep breath. And up. And up. You want to make sure when you're doing this one, you're not kipping. Okay? Because that's taking all the focus off of your back and adding all these other muscles. You're kind of getting more into this functional performance thing. We're trying to build your lats. So you have to make those lats work. Just your lats. The things I suggest you get are some gloves. If you got a girlfriend, she might not let you touch you because you'll have diamond rock hard calluses and it will hurt very much. So wear some gloves, especially when you're doing like really heavy pulling movement. Another thing you might need are these wraps. When you're going really heavy, you can challenge yourself to go even heavier outside the strength parameter of your forearms. So anyways, that's what you need. All right, what I like to do is the wide grip pull-ups to failure. And then I superset and I go right to pull downs. Same thing, wide grip, and this time I'm chasing the pump. The key thing to focus on whenever you're going heavy is your technique, your form. You want to make sure it's not sloppy, because that's where your injuries come in, especially when you're going heavy. It's really easy to get injured. So when you're done with this one, grab the bar really wide. Just like this, regular pull down. Pull it down your chest. Up, and down your chest, just like this. When you're doing this one, I focus on a slight arch in my back. But that puts me in this position here. And when I'm doing that, I'm engaging just my back to do this work. Just my back. Hey, you want to make sure you're not using any swing. You're here, you're not throwing your whole body into this motion here. Okay? That's how you end up in awkward gym moments. You don't want to be that guy. Alright, this one, chasing the pump. So you want the weight right about a weight that feels heavy or medium to heavy. 15 reps. Alright, that's that. That's set. We're gonna do that 4 times. The next exercise that I do for bulking, I love these. I call these the Antoine rows, Antoine Vaillant. That's where I got it from. Anyways, when you do it, you're gonna grab a barbell like this, set it against the wall. You're gonna brace it with a dumbbell, just like that. So it keeps it from rolling around. Then you're gonna load it with these 25s. 25s because the weight's smaller and your range of motion is even better than just using the big 45-pound plates. So you end up with a whole bunch of 25s in the end. But anyways, your working sets on this one, you want your reps to be right around 6 and 8. That's where I like to be when I go heavy on these. But anyways, I'm gonna demonstrate this one. You're gonna stand perpendicular to it, just like this. So the bar is on your right, your left foot's in front, and your right foot's back. You're gonna be in a lunge position, okay? Especially your strong position. So with your front leg bent, your elbows on top, just like this. Keeping your chest behind your knees. You strap in if you need it, or if you're He-Man, you don't need it. So you're just like this, just like a regular row. You're like this, pull up, and down. Down. The breathing on this one, deep breath, and up. Just like that. You can do 6 to 8 reps. The nice thing about this one, when you're going really heavy on this, you can do 6 to 8 reps, and immediately you can drop set, just peel the weights off right away, and go to failure. But that's another one. That's another exercise that I work out with. What I like to do is I like to superset from this one, the Antoine rows, right into these over here. Okay. All right. The next one is this cable row. I like to grab this attachment right here. Every gym pretty much has the same one. When you do this one, you're trying to chase the pump. So I like my reps right up to about 15. When you do this one, same concept as that pull down. You brace yourself on the equipment just like this. Slide arch in your back. When you pull it back, you let go. Everything in your back contracting. Doing all the work to pull this thing up. You want to make sure that you're not arching your back and your shoulders forward. This is what you don't want. And you don't want to be this guy here, okay? You want to see right? Cute. Arching your back. Deep breath. And pull. Do this one. I'm doing this one. When I pull in, I focus on locking and squeezing it. My entire back to engage that movement. I feel it a lot in the lower part of my lats, doing all the work, and that feels epic, especially after doing those Antoine rows. So again, doing 6 to 8 on those Antoine rows, going 15 on these cable pulls. The next compound movement I like to do for back and bulking is bent over barbell rows. I like to mix the grips on undergrip and overgrip. This is a demonstration I'm going to show you an undergrip. I like to grab it with my thumb at the line. I mean, everyone's different, but for me, I feel like I engage my back better that way. You do this one, but make sure your reps are sitting right around 8 and 10. My reps are a little high on this one, just because of this movement. Because I'm not wearing a belt, I like the reps to be up a little bit higher versus lower on the reps, higher on the weight, and more pressure on my back. I'm not wearing a belt, so if your core is strong, I suggest you do it without a belt. If you need a belt and you're going really heavy, do that. Feet apart, about shoulder width. Bend your knees slightly. Bend forward, your back with a slight arch, and roll up. Breathing on this one. Deep breath, and roll up. I'm gonna make sure when you're doing this one. Can you bring the camera a little closer? Right. I'm gonna make sure when you're doing this one, you expel all your energy on the way up. All right, I'm gonna show you what not to do. Ready? When you're doing this one, you don't wanna go up so heavy on the weight that you start flinging the weight. Watch my form on this one. You don't wanna be this guy. See how I go up on my toes? That's really dangerous. You don't wanna do that. Okay? So, just like this, arching your back, and roll up. All right, the next one, right after those bent over barbell rows, I like to go to failure. Undergrip pull-ups to failure. Just like this. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Just like this. Deep breath, and up. Again, focus here is make sure you're engaging your lats, especially your serratus, this part on the bottom of your back. When you're doing this one, take note, you don't want to kick your legs because then you start training other things. Another thing is keep our legs down. Keep your legs down because you don't want to pull your abs into this. You want to keep all the tension on your back. So, you don't want to pull up like this. That takes it off your back and puts it in your stomach. You end up pulling with your abs and your chest. And yeah, anyways, that one I like to go to failure. And failure for me is right around 15 reps. But if you can't get to 15 reps, pull here. Set the pull down on a weight. You can do 15 reps. And you undergrip it, just like you would over there on the pull-up bar. And you pull down. The nice thing about this one here is because the weight is so light, you can really focus on your form. Trying to concentrate on how you engage the muscles in your back. The more muscles you get activated in your back, the more you're gonna get out of it, and the better for your gains. All right. All right. The next movement I like to do for bulking, I like to go really heavy on these. I like to do undergrip, dumbbell rows. When you do these, There's different ways. I mean, I'll just give you an example. A lot of people like to do them with their hands in an overgrip. That's this position here. And they roll this way. I like to take it with an undergrip and roll and pull this way. The reason why I do that is because the undergrip ties really good into my serratus, which goes right into my superset. Well, I superset right into cable pullovers next, and that's what engages that better for me. When you do this one, I like to stick right in the 6 to 8 rep range. Go as heavy as you can. With your form as best you can. I'm going to demonstrate with this lightweight an example of what not to do. All right, so you're holding onto the weight. You don't want to be this guy here, okay? You see how I'm standing up with my torso? You want to make sure you're holding in this lunge position right here. The weight's hanging out just like this, and you I brace myself holding onto the dumbbell rack, and I roll just like this, keeping all focus on my lats. Okay. The next exercise, chasing the pump. So on this one, you're going for about 15 reps. It's lightweight movement, okay? So that means the weight's light and you're doing the movement. All right, just like this. Bent over, cable pullovers, just like this. You step back, hit this angle, bend your knees, lean forward. Notice the arch in my back. When you do this one, keep the arms straight, going all the way through, just like this. When you do that, you have to adjust your serratus. Breathing, deep breath. And let out. Focus exerting all your energy. All the way down. Yeah, so that one, focus on 15 reps, chase the pump. You will feel it, especially after those undergrip dumbbell rows. That will bake your serratus really nice. The next exercise that I like to do for both of you. This next movement is very heavy. It's an overgrip barbell row. On this one, I like my hands right at the edge of the line, just like as if I was going to do bench. So it's right here. Can you see that? So I like my hands right here at the line. Make sure, same concept as the undergrip row. Stand up. Here we go. Bend your knees slightly. Bend your hips, arching your back, and walk. Just like that. At this point in the workout, I like the reps to go up just a little bit more, just because I'm a little more fatigued. So I'm trying to get more blood flow into the muscles. So I like to go right around 8 and 10. That's it for that exercise. That's heavyweight movement. Next is the lightweight movement, or we're chasing the pump. This next one, you're gonna do a cable pullover, except you're gonna use it with the rope. Do the same thing with the rope now. The whole purpose of that is the purpose of trying to confuse the muscle. But again, lightweight movement, chasing the pump. This is what's gonna get the most blood into the muscle. This is gonna give you that swole feeling. So heavy, lightweight, or heavy, lightweight movement, heavy, lightweight movement. And that's basically how the workout is designed. Here we go. Just like this. Same idea. Bend your knees, lean forward, arching your back. You pull this one, pull it with your serratus. Breathing the same. Deep breath. And out. Expel all your energy all the way down. Focus. It's all in my back. Stay in control. In control. When you're doing this one, what not to do, you don't want to go so heavy that you have to yank the thing down. So it's like this. You don't want to be vertical for one, because then this is a different workout. Okay? Another thing is, you don't want to go so heavy when you're doing it. You're no longer engaging your back. You're engaging everything else just to move that weight, and you're just moving the weight. You're focusing on training the muscles in your back. So keep all the focus on the connection that you make with the movement. So you're like this, bend forward, Again, start off with the weight really, really light, just so you focus, so you can really feel all the muscles in your back connect. This movement. Hands, cable, pull downs, pullovers with the rope. 15 reps. Thanks for tuning in. That's the majority of my bulk back training routine that I do. Didn't get into deadlifts. My body's still regaining consciousness from southern states, but slowly easing into getting into heavier weights. But yeah, big shout out, thank you to Christopher Evans for helping me with my prep. He's the man. Big shout out, thank you to Stay Fit Gym. Thank you for allowing me to make these videos, sharing this information with you, and our 80s music.